I don't know, just a quick small request. If we can just do 5 mood mantras part and then we'll get started, yes? Just so we can all tune in, get our minds on the same frequency, if you like. So please everyone join in. Ek oankar satnam karta purkh nirbhav nirvair akal mourat ajuni saibhang gur prasad jap आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच ज्ञान त्यान किछ कर्म न जाना सार न जाना तेरी सब ते वड्डा सतगुर नानक जिन कल राखी मेरी कहाँ बुध प्रभ तुच्छ मारी बरन सकै महिमा जो तिहारी हम ना सख्त कर सिफत तुम्हारी आप लिहो तुम कथा सुधारी हम ना सख्त कर सिफत तुम्हारी आप लिहो तुम कथा सुधारी संगत जी गज के फतेह बुलाओ वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. Thank you so much for having me back again for the Thursday talks. Very excited for this one. Babun Singh messaged me a couple of months ago saying that we're starting this Gurmukhi series off, and he goes, would you like to do Sant Kartar Singh Ji? Straight away said, I'd love to do Sant Kartar Singh Ji. And I wish I could share the thing that he sent back, the emoji, but I'm not going to share that. It was this Indian guy going, yeah. But anyway, so talking about first things first, I just need to clarify one thing, yeah? That me standing here talking about the amazing life of Sant Kartar Singh Ji, I will not do it justice, their life, not give it justice, yeah? So I will try my absolute best for you guys to understand their life, and more importantly is to connect with Sant Kartar Singh Ji's life and take their teachings away. Because remember the last talk I came to, I mentioned 2 words. I mentioned kanaras, right? Kanaras means that you hear something. So these lectures that you come to every week, you hear it and you think, wow, wicked, that was really nice, that was. And by the time you kind of get home or tomorrow, you forget it. So our aim, your lot's aim, is to try and implement it into your lives. So as we go through the talk, there's going to be like little nuggets that you can take away. And especially with Sant Kartar Singh Ji's life. Yeah, you know, just listening to their voice, which we're going to start with, just so you guys can, so just hands up, who here hasn't heard of Sant Kartar Singh Ji ever? Tika. Wicked. Okay, really good. So I'm assuming that you've not heard about Sant Kartar, you've not probably heard their gatha or anything like that, but we're really lucky that we can still listen to their gatha in today's day and age. Recordings are still available, and some of their voice was so special. They had so much power in their voice. So I'm from Leicester, and in Leicester we've got someone called Giani Mohan Singh Ji, and they were the student of Sant Kartar Singh Ji. And whenever we play a clip, or whenever they hear a clip or gatha of Sant Kartar Singh Ji, they start crying straight away. They just can't hear it. They just turn it off or leave the room. But that's how connected. But it's something about their voice, which I'm going to start off with. Yeah. Another thing I wanted to mention just at the beginning was, I thought I wasn't going to be able to crack the wife jokes because my wife was going to come, but she's not here, so I'm going to be able to crack them. I'm going to carry on. Yeah. Just by the time this recording, she hears it, and then I go back home. Janu gussa thanda ho janda hai na. So she said she might come, so I'm not sure. Yeah. But we're just going to start off with so this what the one I'm about to play right now. Sant Kartar Singh, he talks about how you can prevent your mind from wandering. And I thought I'd play this one at the beginning because as we're going through the talk, we're going to try our best to not make our minds wander. Yeah, so you can take in everything, right?
ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਨਿਸ਼ਚਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ, ਕੋਈ ਭਰੋਸਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡੇ ਹਨ। ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਹਾਂ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਸੇਵਕ ਹਾਂ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਦਾਸ ਹਾਂ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਪੁੱਤਰ ਪੁੱਤਰੀਆਂ ਹਾਂ, ਉਹ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡੇ ਹਨ ਨੀਤਵਾਜ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ। ਜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਭਰੋਸਾ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ, ਜੇ ਨਿਸ਼ਚਾ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਵੇਗਾ, ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਸਾਡਾ ਮਨ ਹੋਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਵੱਲ ਕਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਭਟਕੇਗਾ। ਇਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਇਹ ਨਿਸ਼ਚਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੰਨਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਪੁੱਜੇ ਇਹ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਵੇਗੀ ਕਿ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਕਿੰਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਹਨ? ਸਭ ਸੰਸਾਰ ਦੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਹਨ, ਆਪ ਜਗਤ ਦੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਹਨ, ਬਲਕਿ ਪਸ਼ੂਆਂ ਪੰਛੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰੇਤਾਂ ਭੂਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਤੇ ਪੱਥਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਭ ਦੇ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਤਾਜਹਾਰ ਹਨ। ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਨਾਲ ਸਭ ਆਪਣੀ ਛਾਤੀ ਨਾਲ ਲਾਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਹਨ।
And then this next clip I'm about to play is the greatness of Gatha. They talk about the greatness of Gatha. And then we'll get
ਬਾਣੀ ਦੀ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਮਹਾਨਤਾ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਫਰਮਾਈ ਹੈ। ਸਭ ਤੇ ਉਤਮ ਹਰ ਕੀ ਕਥਾ, ਨਾਮ ਸੁਣਤ ਦਰਦ ਦੁੱਖ ਲੱਥਾ। ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਦੀ ਵਿਚਾਰ, ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਅਰਥ, ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਦੀ ਕਥਾ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਅਤਿਅੰਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ। ਕਥਾ ਤੇ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਦਾ ਬੜਾ ਭਾਰੀ ਸੰਬੰਧ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਜੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਪੰਕਤੀ ਦੇ ਅਰਥ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਕੇਵਲ ਚੰਗੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਨਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਪਸ਼ਟ ਹੋਣ ਤਾਂ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਥਾ ਬਣਾ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ। ਕਥਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਥਿਮ ਕੇ ਝੜੀ ਦਾ ਮੀਂਹ ਪਵੇ, ਸੋ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਜਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਬੂੰਦਾਂ ਪੈਣ ਉਹ ਧਰਤੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਮਾਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਹਨ, ਉਹ ਬਾਹਰ ਡੁੱਲਦੀਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ। ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਜੇ ਬਹੁਤਾ ਮੀਂਹ ਪਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਵੱਟਾਂ ਤੋੜ ਕੇ ਖੇਤ ਖਾਲੀ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ, ਪਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਝੜੀ ਦਾ ਮੀਂਹ ਹੈ ਵਰਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਉਹ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਵਿੱਚੇ ਪਾਣੀ ਜਜ਼ਬ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਹ ਕਥਾ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਰੰਭ ਕੀਤੀ, ਗਰੀਬ ਨਵਾਜ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਝੜੀ ਦਾ ਮੀਂਹ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਆ ਹੈ। ਪਾਰ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਹੋਆ ਸਹਾਈ, ਕਥਾ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਸੁਖਦਾਈ।
So in the first clip, they talked about the greatness of Dhan Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, right? And us having faith in Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. So the first step, I'd say the first step in Sikhi is when you start walking on this path is to have that unbreakable faith that Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj are the greatest of them all. And I never even thought about it in this way, the way Sant Kartar Singh Ji said it. They said that, look, we hear the words Jagat Guru, right? Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj are the Guru of the world, right? But Sant Kartar Singh Ji said, Pasu, Pret, even animals and even the ghosts, Guru Sahib Ji are the Guru of them as well. How amazing is that, right? And more recently, and that's the first thing, they said that we need to have that unbreakable faith in that Guru Sahib Ji are the greatest of them all, right? And then your mind won't wander. It won't wander anywhere. One of the reasons why I started off with this was, I just want to mention one quick thing and then we'll get into their life. Sant Kartar Singh Ji's life. More recently, everyone will agree here that in today's day and age, we're finding that, the cases of anxiety, depression, sadness, all that kind of stuff is on the rise, right? And I spoke to Sant Avtar Singh Ji, Badni Kalanwale, so Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji's grandson. So a couple of talks, a couple of Thursdays back, in July, you would have heard, June, July, you would have heard Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji's katha on their life. So Bhai Ji, Sant Avtar Singh Ji, or their grandson. But anyway, speaking to them, And they said that in today's day and age, I asked them, how can you help someone that's going maybe through depression or anxiety? How can you help them with Sikhi, with Gurbani and stuff? And they said that before you start doing Part, now this is for everyone, for me, everyone here, yeah? You can take this away with you today. Is before you start doing Part, say you are going through, this kind of, you're going through the depression, anxiety, and it's not. Before you start doing Part, just before you start doing it, for a minute or so, 30 seconds to a minute, contemplate in your mind. You need to have faith that I'm about to start doing your Bani, I'm about to start reading your Bani, Maharaj. Maharaj, I don't know how, but you will sort my problems out. And it made so much sense to me, because it's like we have Dawai when we go to the doctors for any reason, health-related issue. When the doctor prescribes you medicine, have you guys ever actually took out the leaflet and read the ingredients? Or how does that Dawai affect you? How does it even work on your body to get rid of them problems? We don't. We have that prosa in the doctor, right? How many of us have ever read the ingredients of paracetamol? Right? Some might have. Yeah, that's good. But how does it affect you? How does it get rid of your headache or whatever? We don't. We just have prosa. I'm going to take this and then my headache is going to get better. In that same way, when you sit down to do Simran and Gurbani, Giani Kulwant Singh also said this as well. And this is one of the importances of listening to Katha, right? Giani Kulwant Singh, you said that before you start doing Part, no matter what state of mood you're in, try your absolute best to bring yourself into a happy state. Smile if you need to, just force yourself to be happy and then start doing Part. You'll get more bliss from it, you'll get more anand from it. So these things, Sant Kartar Singh, and Sant Kartar Singh also talking about the greatness of listening to Katha. And we have these talks in English. I'm not ripping them in any way, the talks that we do it to cater for those that might not understand Punjabi. We do it in English. But jera asli rasa, the true anand that you get is from Punjabi, listening to it in Punjabi. So let's not, Sant Kartar Singh ji, funny enough, said this, yeah, I remember hearing that they gave an example, a really brilliant example. They said that you need to be flowing water, not still water. The difference between flowing and still is this, that jithe pani khada hai, utthe gandagi paida hundi hai, right? But where there's fresh flowing water, that's where people, animals, what will go to drink it, and it will be fresh. What they're trying to say is that don't just stay in one place. So if you're coming to these Thursday talks and taking these nuggets away, and your Jivan is improving, then take the next step. Then after you take the next step, for those that have already taken Amrit, keeping their gaze, then you need to take that next step, increase your Nitnem, increase your Simran. So that's one of the things that Sant Kartar Singh used to say. And then the next thing I just want to say before we move on to their life is the importance of reading. So this book is on their life, Pavitra Jivan. It's kind of hard to get hold of. Apparently, Pavan Singh did try to get hold of some so we could give them to the Sangat so Sangat could purchase them. But they're really hard to get hold of. The only one I've got is in Punjabi as well. So I thought, I'm going to start reading in Punjabi as well. And the words that are used in Punjabi, English doesn't compare to it. And the other reason why Punjabi is so important is, I'll give you a quick example. A couple of months ago during December, Battle of Chamkaur, right? So in Leicester, we go through the Battle of Chamkaur, like the whole Katha during December, right? It takes about 6 weeks. Before we started, we went through Bhai Parchar Singh ji Prasang. So Bhai Parchar Singh ji fights the Hathi, right? I was listening to the Katha, Giani Jangbir Singh's Katha, on Bhai Parchar Singh ji's Prasang. So when they fought the Hathi, I was in the car, yeah, listening to it. And I just wanted to I started driving really fast and getting really excited and getting so much biras from listening to the Katha. I was like, this is mad. This Katha is so brilliant. This Katha needs to be told to everyone. So why not, at the Friday Night Sikhi that we do on Fridays in English, I'm going to share it with everyone in the same way. But it's going to be in English. I was well excited for it. And then I started it, stood there, doing it line for line, because I translated line for line. As I was going through it, I was thinking to myself, I was like, why am I not getting that ananda that I listened to when I was listening to it in the car? I'm trying my best. And Jolo Sangat did enjoy it and they took a lot away from it, but oh gal nahi bani. And purely it was because it was in English. Yeah. So I know these Bubbles, you might tell me off after saying that you're grilling English a bit too much, right? But no. So The importance of reading. I just want to share this little passage with you guys, yeah? Why it's important that you try and get your hands on this book if you can. Apparently you can buy it online, yeah? But this is the importance of reading the book, yeah? So this passage that I'm about to read is written by Makhan Singh Seva Panthi. So they are the Mukhi of the Dera Gali Sottovali, Taksal. So just to give you a background context, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj at Damdama Sahib narrated, they did Katha of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. The duty, Baba Deep Singh Ji were to provide the ink, paper. Bhai Mani Singh Ji wrote it all down, wrote Guru Granth Sahib Ji from the beginning to the end. That's what their seva was. Then Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj said to Baba Deep Singh Ji that you stay here and you give Santhya now at Damdama Sahib. Bhai Mani Singh Ji, tusi Amritsar chal jo. Uthe jaake tusi katha suna, uthe jaake Santhya do. And then that whole Taksal, the headquarters of Taksal in Amritsar is called Gali Sattovali. So the Mukhi Makhan Singh Seva, they write that इस पुस्तक नू लिखण समय Giani ji ne, so Giani Pritam Singh ji wrote this book, yeah? Giani Pritam Singh ji were the Gurdwara of Sant Guru Bachan Singh ji, before Sant Kartar Singh ji. They said that इस पुस्तक नू लिखण समय Giani ji ने जो ढंग दे लिखण शैली वरती है उस अनुसार इस पुस्तक नू पढ़न वाले हर पाठक दी आत्मा चढ़दी कला दी पुजारन ते तारनी बने बिना नहीं रह सकती. So they're saying here that the way Giani Pritam have written this book about Sant Kartar Singh Ji's life, you cannot read this book and not be in chढ़दी कला after, yeah? संत ਗਿਆਨੀ ਕਰਤਾਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਦੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਦੇ ਸੱਚ ਤੇ ਡਟਣ ਅਤੇ ਖੜੀ ਕਹਿਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਕਾਰਨਾਮੇ ਤੇ ਬੋਲ ਹਰ ਪਾਠਕ ਨੂੰ ਉਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਹਿੰਮਤ, you will get the strength to stand up against injustice after reading this book. ਜਿਵੇਂ ਵੀਰ ਰਸੀ ਕਵਿਤਾ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਡੋਲਿਆਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਖੂਨ ਫੜਕਣ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ. This is a beauty of Punjabi, this is, है ना? They're saying that ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਵੀ kavita, when you listen to kavishri or tadiwar, then sometimes when you listen to a certain prasang, in Punjabi is saying dolyan vich khoon farkan lagda hai, that you start getting into biras, right? So that's the importance of reading as well. Let's go into Sant Kartar Singh Ji's life. Important thing is to take them nuggets away and implement them into your lives, yeah? So this is Guru Granth Sahib Ji Academy have put this presentation together. So it wasn't me, so credit to them. But family background. So their birth, 4th of October 1932, Baba Chanda Singh Ji and Mata Lab Kaur Ji. And they had, so they've got siblings, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brothers and 2 sisters. And the youngest sister name was Bibi Tar Kaur, yeah? So Bibi Tar Kaur, I wanted to name my daughter Tar Kaur as well. So my daughter's 3 years old, but my missus didn't let me. She said that's a bit of a too old school name, right? But we got J in the end anyway. I said if Tata comes out, we need to name her Tar Kaur, because my eldest name is Taru Singh. And for those that might not know, Bhai Taru Singh Ji's younger sister's name was Tar Kaur. And Pyar de Naal, they used to call her Taru, yeah? So yeah, but anyway, the names are amazing, right? But when their janam happened, the hukamnama that came was Jaith Sri Mahalla Panjwa, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Bani, and Jaith Sri Rag, Koi Jan Harsyo Deva Jor, Charn Gaho Bako Subrasana, Dija Pran Akor. So that was the hukamnama that came when they wanted to keep Sant Kartar Singh Ji's name. So with Kakka they named Kartar, yeah? So the meaning of that is that someone attach me to WhyGuru's Charan. Whoever attaches me to WhyGuru's Charan, I will be a sacrifice to that person. And then they dedicate their whole life to attaching other people to Sikhi. But then for the first couple of years of their early life, they were looking for that someone to attach them to Guru Sahib Ji and to Vaheguru as well, yeah? Early Gurmat education. So Sant Kartar Singh Ji came from a family of Gursikhs. Their whole family were Amritari. in their village, the Siana, the elder who used to teach all the children, was Bhai Bagga Singh Ji. Bhai Bagga Singh Ji was very old, so Sant Kartar Singh Ji used to do their seva as a student. And then some of the people of the village got together and they said, so this is from an early age, you can start seeing, you can start understanding what kind of mentality Sant Kartar Singh Ji had. So they said that some of the village people got together and they said to Sant Kartar Singh Ji's dad, father, Bhai Chanda Singh Ji, they said that, look, why don't you get someone, because Sant Kartar Singh Ji is having to even do ishnan, clean them, take them to the bathroom and stuff like that, their ustad, they're having to do that. But then they said to their father that, why don't you employ someone to do that? Sant Kartar Singh Ji said to their father, Bapuji, please don't do that. Look, I'm not carrying any dirt, I'm not doing anything, I'm just fulfilling my duties as a student. And the students are equal to a son. So Baba Bagga Singh Ji are like my father. Yeah. So that respect that they're showing to their teacher, which is really sad in today's day and age. I'm kind of starting to see youngsters not giving kind of respect to their teachers as much as we used to maybe or whatnot, yeah. But so Baba Janda Singh Ji, their lifelong wish was that their whole family would be Amritdhari. And I think I mentioned this in the last couple of talks that when I came here and did, that for any parent, if you want true sukh for your child, when I mean true sukh we often translate to happiness, right? But happiness is temporary. True sukh is no matter what state of mind you're in, no matter what you're going through in life, you should remain happy no matter what happens. Even if you're getting sawn in half, even if your corpora is getting taken off, even if you're getting chopped limb by limb, you will still remain Chardi Kala. That's what true sukh is. And if any parent wants their child to have true sukh, then what they will do is they will instill Sikhi into their children. Yeah, they will instill it. Because they know that if my child has Sikhi with them, Hegita Maharaj di Mauja is to do with the Karam. But as a parent, you can do Ardas ki Maharaj, mere bachche nu Sikhi vich rakhyo, right? Just like Baba Chanda Singh Ji used to do. My whole family, I wish them, my whole family to be Amritdhari. So what did they used to make the Sant Kartar Singh Ji used to make them do when they were young? Every night before they used to go sleep, and this is a nugget we can take away now, yeah? Every night before they used to go sleep, Baba Ji would make Sant Kartar Singh Ji at an early age, when they were a child, recite Sakhiyan of Puratan Gursikhs. Yeah? So Gursikhs, including the Shidi of the Char Sahibzade, Baba Deep Singh Ji, Bhai Mani Singh Ji, Bhai Taru Singh Ji, Bhai Bidhi Chand Ji, Bhai Shabeg Singh, all these great, amazing Gursikhs that they used to do Sakhi, they used to tell Sakhiyan. And when you tell your child a Sakhi, especially before going to sleep at night time, there's research being done on this, that the subconscious mind picks it all up and then it will play that Sakhi throughout the whole night continuously. And then that Sakhi will get ingrained into their mind. So just a quick example, life experience this is, my eldest, Taru Singh, Himmat Singh as well. But when we've told them Sakhi just before going to sleep, and not mention that Sakhi for months or years, you tell them that Sakhi, just as soon as you start it, they go, yeah, I know this happened. Oh, you tell me then. And then they'll tell you exactly word for word how I wanted to tell them. How it's because the subconscious mind does that, right? In the same way, our subconscious mind, if you fall asleep while doing Simran, now this is like a bonus hack for everyone, yeah? Like a life hack, a cheat code here, yeah? You know how we're told to do Simran all the time, yeah? If you fall asleep while doing Simran, for them 7-8 hours that we're asleep, your subconscious mind will do Simran through the whole night. But you have to fall asleep while doing Simran, yeah? And the technique of doing Simran, I shared it last time as well, is when you breathe in your Vaheguru, breathe out Guru. And in your mind, if you do that, when you breathe in Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vah, if you do it in your mind, and you focus just on the sound, you knock out so quick, you fall asleep so quickly, and then that will just play out throughout the whole night. Yeah. But these are the things. So because of the Sakhiyan, this caused Sant Ji to develop immense vairag, love for Guru Sahib Ji. Yeah. And I can guarantee you that will happen. So those that have got young children, please implement it. For those that in the future will have children, don't forget this. And if you don't know Sakhiyan, then remember, look, Sant Kartar Singh said, don't stop there, carry on, make the water flow, learn the Sakhiyan. It's your duty then to learn the Sakhi, research it, listen to Katha, and now tell your child the Sakhi. I know that makes sense, right? I'm telling you, you don't even have to, that's like one of the easiest ways to keep your children in Sikhi. The easiest way is to tell them Sakhiyan. Now, Pyara Gursikh milya siga mainu pichle hafte. We went to Punjab Singh's camp, yeah? And at the Punjab Singh's camp, he told me his story, how he came into Sikhi. Amazing story. It's a bit long, but I'm not going to go into it too much. But he told me that when he decided to take Amrit, he was with someone at that point, a Gori, a Todi, yeah? She was a white girl from here. So when he decided to take Amrit, he said, okay, I can't stay with you no more. I want to take Amrit and follow this path. So she started researching into Sikhi. And then she said, I want to learn more about it. And then he started telling her Sakhiyan about Bhai Mani Singh Ji. He goes, one of the most favourite Sakhiyan she likes is by Baba Garja Singh, Bota Singh. Because in her mind, she initially couldn't contemplate. She's like, how can two guys take on a government? How can two random Singhs from the jungle, how can they take on a Fauj? How can they take on an army? She couldn't contemplate first, but then more research she started doing, more Sakhiyan that she started listening to. Amrit Chakle on it. She's taken Amrit and she's coming to Sikhi, and both of them, before Punjab Singh's camp, they took Amrit and they Anandakar Jodan Hoya. Amazing story, right? But he goes, it's from the Sakhiyan. Sakhiyan to pata lag gaya onu, yeah? You know, some of the Sakhiyan that we hear of, like Bhai Taru Singh Ji di hogi, Baba Deep Singh Ji di hogi, sometimes in today's day and age, you get doubts put in your mind. And one of the recordings that we're going to play later on is that Sant Kartar Singh, talking about that exact thing, when doubts get put in your mind. When Baba Deep Singh Ji da sir nahi liya, they say that, people say that Baba Deep Singh Ji's head didn't come off, it just got a little cut there, and they carried on. But when people tell you that or say that, they're breaking your Sharda. And Sant Kartar Singh Ji dedicated their whole life into making sure your Sharda stays intact. Because once your Sharda faith breaks in Sikhi, then is the downhill spiral. Yeah, doubt after doubt comes in. So we have to have that bharosa ki Maharaj is the greatest of them all. Tan Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj is the greatest of them all. Concentration on Gurbani from a young age. So as they start to develop love for Guru Sahib Ji, listening to Sakhiyan, now the next stage is to start reading Gurbani and connect with the Gurbani as well. And look at the tactics that they used. Sant Kartar Singh Ji and their cousins, yeah? So their Tae Chache, their sons, right? What they used to do was, they used to climb onto a high wall, sit on that wall, and just to get Gurbani kant so they can focus on it, they would read Gurbani like with so much focus until they got tired. But then if they got tired and fell asleep, they'd fall off. So the whole idea behind was, if they fell off and fell to the ground, they'd wake up and then they'd continue again. But who wants to fall off a high wall? So your focus has to stay there, right? So look, inna pyar Gurbani naal karna una ne, like these little tactics that they're using to try and get Bani kant and to try and listen, like concentrate on Gurbani as well. Worldly education. So quite often this for me, yeah, is quite often we see Sant Mahapurkhs wearing chole, wearing whatever, yeah, like dastara banke, chola paake, and we might think they're uneducated in the worldly sense, worldly education. We might think that they're not educated, right? That they've just gone down this line, right? Sant Kartar Singh Ji knew English. They could speak English fluently, very fluently. Sant Kartar Singh Ji could, because they were educated to a really high level, right? It wasn't just them. So Canada Pavea that. They were focusing on worldly education, but this is the time when they were in public middle school, when every day as they would walk to school and walk back, they would do 25 Japji Sahib parts. 25, yeah? So just to focus on this for a couple of minutes. When you're listening to the Jivaniya, when you're reading the books, when you're reading the biography of Sant Mahapurkhs, one common thing is this. And even for any Gursikhs, Shaheed Singhs, one common thing is that they used to smash the Japji Sahib parts. They used to smash the Japji Sahib parts. This from 25 went to 50, 100, 125. Sant Janel Singh Ji, 125 a day. Yeah. If those that do Japji Sahib on a daily will know it takes about 10 minutes whatnot, the more abhyas you do, abhyas means the more practice you do, it will get quicker, it gets quicker and quicker, yeah? But why is it, so question to ask yourself, why is it that all these great Mahapurukhs, all these great Shahid Singhs, Singhaniya, they used to focus on Japji Sahib a lot? Why? Because I listened to a talk last week at the Singh's camp. Sukhi Baba did the talk. And they talked about Sant Mahapurukhs. And one of the Sants they talked about was Sant Sundar Singh Ji. So Sant Sundar Singh Ji, for those that might not know, before Sant Kartar Singh Ji, Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji. And before Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji was Sant Sundar Singh Ji. So when I'm mentioning the Sants' names about before them, for those that might not know, I'm just going to quickly clarify that they were the head, the leader of Damdami Taksal. Damdami Taksal is started by Tan Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj themselves. It's a school, it's a university where you go and learn the pronunciations, the arth, the meanings of Gurbani. And you become Ragis, you become Kirtanis, you become Pathis, you become Kathavachaks. So it's a place you learn Gataka, you learn all that is Gurmat Vidyala, Chalda Firda as they call it, right? But so any school, any organization has a head, right? So the first head was Baba Deep Singh Ji, then Bhai Mani Singh Ji and all that. So Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji, before Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji, before Sant Guru Sant Sundar Singh Ji. Sant Sundar Singh Ji, one time, before they were the Jathedar of Taksal, they used to smash the Japji Sahib parts as well. And one time what happened is, the Jathedar before them, you have to keep up with me here, I just said as names, I'm mentioning names, but the Jathedar before them of Taksal was Baba Bishan Singh Ji Muralewale. And Baba Bishan Singh Ji once walked in to the room and Sant Sundar Singh Ji were in a Kapali Asana, it's called so yoga position, right? They were on their head with their legs in the air but cross-legged, yeah? And Baba Bishan Singh Ji asked them, why are you in this position for? They said, Mahapurukh, I don't know what to do because wherever I look, I get Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj darshan. So I don't know where to point my feet now. And then inni kirpa hui on Sant Sundar Singh Ji, they got darshan of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, and Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj said to them, Bhai, I'm really happy with your abhyas on your Japji Sahib that you're doing. And that's why I've given you my darshan. Look at that, Japji Sahib, just between Japji Sahib abhyas, they got darshan of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. Bakiyan galna chaddo. Guru Nanak Dev Ji, in Guru Har Gobind Ji Maharaj's time, our 6th Guru, Bhai Gopala Ji hoye, yeah? Bhai Gopala Ji. So in Sangat, Guru Har Gobind Ji Maharaj asked the Sangat, is there anyone that can recite Japji Sahib for me? Koi nahi uthya. Everyone probably nervous, scared. Second time they said, koi hega ya? Jera shuddh, like correct pronunciations of Japji Sahib, koi hega ya? Tiji wari, this is one of the signs of like a Mahapurukh Guru, they'll say it 3 times and the baad nahi unhone kehna. Tiji wari kiya, and then Bhai Gopala Ji got up. Bhai Gopala Ji came, did namaskar to Maharaj, and they said, Maharaj, I'm maafi that I didn't get up the first time. Maharaj, if you do kirpa, then I can read it shuddh, I can read it pure, like correct pronunciations. Otherwise, Maharaj, who are we to recite your Bani to you? So Nimrata vich aake unhone benti kiti, and then they started doing it. They started doing Japji Sahib. Maharaj said, hold on. Maharaj got off their takht and said, Itthe baith. So sit where they're sitting on Guru Sahib Ji's throne. They said, Itthe baith. Aida kiਵੇਂ ho sakda that we're sitting higher than you. Satkar bani da, right? And then they did, anyway, Satkar nal bithaya, uche thaan te, and then Japji Sahib da paath karan lag pe. And then they're doing Japji Sahib with so much focus and so much pyar and so much prem, focusing on all the laga matras and doing, and prem vich pij ke they're doing Japji Sahib da paath. And Guru Har Gobind Ji Maharaj are getting so much anand from listening to Japji Sahib da paath, they decide that Japji Sahib da paath that he's doing is with so much focus and so much pyar. What can I give this Gursikh in return of Japji Sahib? Guru Har Gobind Ji Maharaj are thinking, shall I give him this? Shall I give him this? And then they decided that this is nothing compared to Japji Sahib da paath. What I'm going to do is instead, I'm going to give them the Gurta Gaddi of Sikhi. I'm going to make them the next Guru. That's how powerful Japji Sahib is, how important Japji Sahib is. Yeah. So another nugget we can take away from is this. Hun jere Nitnem karde a badiya, but you can slowly start increasing your Nitnem by doing one extra Japji Sahib a day. Listen to it if you can't do it, right? Increase it by 1, slowly increase it by 2, 3, 4. And Guru Sahib, you watch the kirpa that happens, immense kirpa happens, right? So again, life experience is this. And this isn't, and you know when I share these little life experiences, in no way, shape or form am I trying to say, I don't want anyone to please Beinti, I don't think I'm being big-headed anyway. I want this this praise is all Guru Sahib Ji's, right? And the great Gursikhs that we get inspired from, right? That praise should go to them. But whenever I've done a talk, or whenever I've done, like we do Friday Night Sikhi in Leicester, if I've done like a presentation, I've made it, I'm really bad with presentations, like I just want to do some like Skam Saudwala, right? But whenever we've done him, if I've put all my whole effort into the presentation, like I'm going to say this at this time, I'm going to use this structure, I'm going to do this. Yes, that sounds really good. And I go and do it, and it's a shambles. It's really bad. It turns out really bad. But the times where I haven't done any preparation at all, and I'll just say, Maharaj, thode hath vicha, and you focus on the Japji Sahib parts for the talk, they've been the best ones ever. Yeah, them talks have been the best ones ever. Minnu anandaya, sangatun anandaya, and everyone's is really good. But that's the power of Japji Sahib. But coming back to the Sakhi, Guru Har Gobind Ji Maharaj said, ki enu asi gurta gaddi de deni hai. Right towards the end of Japji Sahib, by Gopala Ji, in their mind, then got a furna, they got a thought in their mind. They thought that, you know, the horses that Maharaj have been gifted, they're really expensive, nice horses. If I could get one of them, that would be amazing. So modern days, you could probably say like Ferrari or Rolls Royce or something, right? Yeah, saying that if I could get a Rolls Royce, that'd be wicked. Yeah. And they thought that. Furna samafti hogi Japji Sahib di. And then Guru Har Gobind Ji Maharaj said to Bhai Gopala Ji, ki Gopalya, I was ready to give you Gurta Gaddi, but tere end te aake man vich furna aaya. So before Maharaj said that, they said that whatever you want, ask for. They said that, Hun Japji Sahib parson aaya, tu jo bhi mangna mangla. Right? I quite often ask the kids this question. You know, because there's been countless Sakhiyan where Guru Sahib Ji get happy over a Gursikh for seva or abhyas, bhakti, they'll always get happy, and then they say, ask for whatever you want to ask for. Right? Try not to be shy now, please, yeah? I need everyone to join in with this one, because when I ask the kids, yeah, this question, they absolutely love this question. And hearing the answers is wicked as well, yeah? When I ask the kids, if you were in that position where Guru Sahib asked you that question, that you can ask for whatever you want at this point, what would it be? So what would anyone here is brave enough to put their hand up, and what would they ask for? Handipad.
Mukti.
Mukti, okay, wicked. Yeah, Mukti, come out of the cycle of life and death. Hanjiput, what would you ask for? Wow, look at that, beautiful, man. To be a true Gursikh. Yeah? Yeah, anyone else? Don't be shy, guys. Look, no one's going to judge you if it's dunyavi, if it's worldly, yeah? It's fine. Yeah, so one kid said, you know, I got all the chocolates in the world. Fine, if you want to ask for that. Yeah, one kid said PS6. I think it's out yet, but PS6, he said that. Yeah, Hanjipad. Naam di daat. Yeah, ask for Naam di daat, the biggest gift of all. Yeah. Anyone else? Any of the youngsters? Hanjipad.
Money.
You ask for money? Okay, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing. If you want money from Guru Sahib Ji, ask it, because it's written in Gurbani. Je kuch thonu chahida ya, Guru Sahib Ji kolo mango, even if it's worldly. Yeah, you can ask for money. You can ask for worldly. You can ask for success. Guru, as long as you're asking from Guru Sahib Ji, it's all good. Yeah. Anyone else brave enough? What's the first thing that might come into any youngsters' minds? No. Some of the young sayings, young kids. Hanji, last one then.
Getting well educated.
Getting well educated. Wow, that's really beautiful. That's really nice to get well educated. Yeah. I mean, as a kid, I probably would have asked that because I struggled through school. Yeah, I struggled through education. I wasn't connected to it. That's a good one to ask for. Ask that. I mean, majority of us here probably would ask for, Maharaj, make me your Gursikh. You know, some of the youngsters that come out, and these are blessed Gursikhs, yeah, these young Singhs. One saying, him saying, you want to share what you want? What would you ask for? Have you thought about it?
To go to Sakhi.
to go Sachkhand, okay?
Turn into anything else.
Huh?
Not turn into anything else.
Look at that, he doesn't want to turn into anything else and go straight to Sachkhand. Yeah, theek hai, that's really good, really good. So some of the kids here, they come out when I'm asked this question, that what would you ask for Maharaj? And this is for all the viewers at home as well, would you listen to you, what would you ask for at that point, yeah? But some of the kids have, one kid said, Shahidi. Yeah, one kid who was only 9 years old, he said, I'd ask for Shahidi, I would. Because he's understood how amazing, how big of a daat, blessing Shahidi is in Sikhi. So he goes, I'd ask for Shahidi. This one kid who loves Shastra, he goes, I'd ask for all the weapons in the world. Fair enough, right? I got all the weapons, like even like these guns and stuff. He goes, all of them, a Tommy gun, RPG, rocket launcher, all the guns in the world, yeah? He'd ask for all of that, all the Shastra, because don't forget, Sikhi and Shastra go hand in hand, yeah? Anyone else brave enough? Any of the adults? No one's going to do it. You want to do another one? You change your mind now? No? What would you ask for?
I'd ask for them going to another life.
Liberation. You'd ask for liberation, mukti, yeah? Really good, but really good. The fact that they're coming out with this at this age, yeah? At that age, I don't even know what mukti, what's mukti? I know that they're coming out with that is amazing. That's really good, really good. But, you know, the whole Japji Sahib, coming back to the Sakhi, and we're going to finish the Sakhi off and move on. So, Guru Sahib ji ne kya mange, like asked, what do you want to ask for? Bhai Gopala ji ne fir kya, they stayed quiet. And then Guru Har Gobind Ji Maharaj ne kya, ki tenu, you had an ichha to have the horse, theek hai, tenu koda de dange, we'll give you the horse. They told one of the Gursikhs to go and get, look, this is the importance of Japji Sahib, yeah? Look, the reason why we're going through the life of Sant Kartar Singh Ji is so you can, like, make these changes in your life, right? Unhone kya, you want the koda, theek hai, Gursikh nu kya, koda leke aao. And then the Gursikh was about to go, but hold on. Don't just bring the koda empty-handed, or don't just bring it just khali. Put the saddle on it that's encrusted with diamonds. And give that to him as well. He's about to go. He goes, Mara goes, ruk ja. He goes, you know what? That's still not enough. Do this. Bring gold coins, a bag of gold coins as well, and we'll give that to him as well. And then they stop the Gursikh. The Gursikh is about to go. Mara goes, ruk ja. He goes, that still isn't enough for the Japji Sahib that he did. And I listened to this Sakhi of Sant Hardev Singh Ji, Bhindranwale. They did this Sakhi. And they go, that's still not enough. Guru Har Gobind Ji Maharaj then go, Gopalya, tu mang, whatever you want to ask for. All this stuff that you're asking for is not the equivalent of the Japji Sahib that you did. Eta tenu de dange, will give you that, but ask for something else. And then, if I'm not mistaken, Bhai Gopala Ji said, Maharaj mukti baksho fir. And then Maharaj goes, Sat, theek hai, tenu mukti deti. You'll go straight to Sachkhand. You're katte gaye tere 84 lakh. For the one Japji Sahib, you did 84 lakh katte gaye. But Maharaj goes, that's still not enough. Maharaj goes, your whole family will go to Sachkhand. Forget your whole family, your whole generation will go to Sachkhand. Just for the one Japji Sahib that you did. Oh Maharaj ne, hun ithon ki sikhun nu milda ya, ki let's focus on our Japji Sahib da part. Yeah? Moving on. As Sant Kartar Singh Ji are advancing in their Sikhi, they get this urge to meet a pure, true Gursikh Mahapurkh. And then another Malab, so their Pua son, Sant Kartar Singh Ji, Pua son, Bhagat Ujagar Singh, they were really close to Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji. And then they took Sant Kartar Singh Ji to meet Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji and Pindra. The first time they met each other, Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji knew straight away that they will be someone really special. Yeah, but this is the quality of a true Gursikh. Yeah, a true Gursikh. That when Jado Mile, the first time they met Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji, that very day they decided to take Amrit. That's what did it for them, that they wanted to take Amrit. Last week, you guys heard the talk of Baba Thakar Singh Ji. Yeah, Baba Thakar Singh Ji, you heard na, pishle hafte, Bhai Harjinder Singh Ji, Nick did, Akal Publishers did the talk. Baba Thakar Singh Ji, prime example is that, and this is a personal experience, is the only reason I wanted to take Amrit was when I saw Baba Thakur Singh Ji. Not even speaking to him, not saying fatih to him, nothing. It was in Leicester, Guru Tegh Bahadur Gurdwara. I was sitting there, I was 17, and when I heard, basically behind me there was commotion happening, and as I looked up, Baba Thakur Singh Ji walking towards Maharaj, and loads of Singhs were surrounding Baba Thakur Singh Ji. You saw pictures from last week, right? I saw them. I don't know what it was, but I saw them and I thought, I want to take Amrit. That's what did it for me. I want to take Amrit. But that's the signs of true Mahapurkhs, right? True signs of Mahapurkhs. So they take Amrit, and then they leave and they start working after they finish their education and whatnot off. They work as a patwari. Yeah, they're working as a patwari. Patwari is someone who deals with all land in Punjab. Their duty is, if someone has to measure land, another kam hunda hai, so it's a really high position. Yeah, but a lot of corruption happens at that point as well. So when they were patwari, someone once came up to them with a large sum of money saying that sort out the land and make it more for me and all this and that. And they said that, again, corruption, it was injustice happening. They stood up against it and they said, galta, this is wrong, we shouldn't be doing this. Love for Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji. So while they were doing their work, they invited Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji, and this is a really Puratan old picture, yeah? This is not picking up the laser for some reason, but that picture on the left is Baba Thakur Singh Ji. So from the left, second one from the left is Baba Thakur Singh Ji. Yeah, so you would have seen Baba Thakur Singh Ji's talk last week. Baba Thakur Singh Ji, Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji in the middle, and then on their right, yeah, Sant Kartar Singh Ji standing there when they're really young. So they invited Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji and the whole Jatha to the Muktsar side, they invited, and utthe langar da prabandh Sant Kartar Singh Ji ne kita. They wanted to shiga prashada to the whole Jatha. They wanted to give prashada to the whole Jatha. Odi bhi bahut mahanta hai to feed Gursikhs food. Prashada is a very, very great thing to do. And Sant Kartar Singh Ji were going to do that, but the amount of money they had, they spent it all on langar, but they didn't have enough money left for like Pandey to put the langar in, right? Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji ne kiya ki Kartar Singh Ji, if you couldn't arrange for it, then why did you do this program for? Je nahi te to like Pandey punde le sake, why couldn't you do it? And then Nimrata vich aake hath jod ke Sant Kartar Singh Ji ne kiya Mahapurkho, they said that Guru Har Ji Maharaj vele ya ek Mata Tabo Ji hoye. Mata Tabo Ji was very, very greeb. Yeah, very greeb. And they decided they had a really strong yearning to feed Guru Har Ji Maharaj, even though they're really poor. So whatever they could afford food-wise, jo kuch bhi whatever they could do, they made it like sukka prashada, and then the ardas to Guru Har Ji Maharaj. So Guru Har Ji Maharaj really sakhiya hai. Guru Har Ji Maharaj get onto the horse, and then they go towards Mai Tabo Ji's hut, really greeb, and then while they're on their horse, they shout from outside ki Mata bhukh lagiya. Now can you imagine the excitement that Mai Tabo would have had at that point, because they've got this yearning that I want to feed Maharaj. Maharaj aap hi chal ke aage utthe. Yeah, this connection that Gursikhs have with Guru Sahib Ji, yeah? Anyone can have this connection. Anyone. They had this connection. Guru Sahib Ji came and said, "My bhukh lagiya." When they opened the door, can you imagine the excitement they would have felt when they saw Guru Har Ji Maharaj there on their horse looking magnificent, looking absolutely amazing. And then they start crying. My Tabo Ji starts crying, "You've come to my house, this is Garib Sikh." And then Guru Sahib Ji said, "Bhukh lagiya, Mata, give us food." And then they had it while they were sitting on their horse. Gursikhs witnessed this. And then they even said, they were thinking that Maharaj normally sits down and eats. But Maharaj had the prashada, and they said, "Wah, kinna anand aaya, inna swad," even though it's like sukka prashada, right? Bahut anand aaya. Sant Kartar Singh ne fir benti kiti Maharaj ki I'm a poor Gursikh, I'm a poor Sikh, inne paise nahi si, but fir bhi please accept this without any Pandey. And then oh pyar dekh ke na Sant Kartar Singh Ji da, Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji fell in love with Sant Kartar Singh Ji as well. And they said that, the love between them grew even deeper than that then as well. Then they decide to leave their job. And they go, I can't do this no more. I can't carry it on no more. Then they joined Damdami Taksal permanently, on a permanent basis. Yeah. And after the Jatha's program, Muktsar Sahib, this is 1957, then they permanently and dedicate their every breath from then on, their life to Guru Granth Sahib Ji, under the guidance of Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji. And this is where we start learning about the amazing things that Sant Kartar Singh Ji did. Yeah. But after some time of staying in the Jatha, Sant Kartar Singh Ji were appointed the Gadwai, main Gadwai. Gadwai means you're the main assistant to the Sant. So they do everything for the Sant, right? Kuch bhi pani leke auna hai, prashada leke auna hai, kuch bhi chahiye or anything, it's their duty, yeah? So they get appointed, and they do that for 13 years. And I just want to share this one part from the book, which I learned because it's not mentioned in here, is the Nitnem that they had to do when they used to sana, when they used to recite it to Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji, yeah? This was every day, yeah? Every day. Look, this is another nugget we can take. Try and get inspired by it, right? Har roz Amrit Vele Panj Baniya Jait Sri Diwar. So these are Baniya, yeah? So Amrit Vele Panj Baniya ho gaya, Japji Sahib, Jap Sahib, Soiye, Chaupe Sahib, Anand Sahib. Jait Sri Diwar, Satte Balwande Diwar, Pachi Patre Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji da Path, Ate Sham Vele Sari Panj Granthi da Path, Dome 12 Maha, Panj Sri Japji Sahib de Path, Eh Mahapurkhan da Nitnem si. Here's me thinking, Panj Bani in the morning, I'm done, I've smashed it. Yeah, I've smashed it. I will do Rera Sahib and Kirtan Soila. But you want to take inspiration from great Guru Sikhs like that is this. Yeah, Guru Sahib Ji always remind us. A couple of weeks ago, on Friday Night Sikhi, we're going through Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj's life. And a couple of months ago now even, there's one person who meets Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, he's got rog, he's got disease all over his body. Maharaj cures him. But Maharaj reminds him and all the Guru Sikhs that Jaitan Bani Visar Jai Jo Pakka Rogi Vilalai. That person who comes away from Gurbani and Simran, that person who comes away from Gurbani and Simran, he's a Pakka Rogi. Rogi, mental rog and Sadirik rog. Fir lag janda hai. Yeah? But anyway, for 13 years, they dedicate their life to, and these pictures are amazing, yeah? One of the main sevas that Sant Kartar Singh is known for is this. During that time, when they were in Taksal as a student, during that time, the SGPC decided, some Siane people in SGPC decided कि असीं जेरे मंगल ने, we're gonna change the Mangals in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. That means, I'll give you one example. In Guru Granth Sahib Ji, Anand Sahib starts with Ram Kali, Mahalla Tija, Anand, Ik Oankar, Satgur Prasad. Yeah? So it starts, first you say Ram Kali, Mahalla Tija, Anand, Ik Oankar, Satgur Prasad. So some wise person thought, I'm more clever than Guru Sahib Ji. What we should do is change them. It should be Ik Oankar Satgur Prasad first, above everything. In all the Baniya, that's what should come first. And they started doing that. So they went against Guru Sahib Ji's original, like what Guru Sahib Ji had, the way they had written it, the way they had written Ad Granth, Kartar Puri Bead. They went against it and they started printing them Sarups. Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji and various other Gur Sikhs, Sant Mahapurkhs all get together. Now this picture here, yeah, the bad boy picture. I'm just going to go over to there, yeah, you might lose me. The camera can follow me. But this picture here, and this picture here, all of them, yeah, the proper, like, that's Sant Ishar Singh Ji Rada Sahib wale, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ talk ਹੋਗੀ ਅੱਜ Sant Ishar Singh Ji? ਨਹੀਂ ਜੀ ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਈ ਅਜੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਨਾ Sant Ishar Singh Ji Rada Sahib ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ. You'll learn about their amazing life. Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji ਇੱਥੇ ਹੋ ਗਏ. In one of the pictures there, Sant Kartar Singh Ji is in that one, Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji here. Sant Ishar Singh Ji, Kaleran Wale, Nanak Sarwal, and you got Baba Bidhi Chand Ji, Bhai Bidhi Chand Ji as well. You got amazing Gur Sikhs, Mahapurkhs, Puran Brahm Giani Mahapurkhs. Imagine being there at that time, right? That would have been amazing. That would have been so, the power that you would get from them, the vibes that you would get from them, yeah? But anyway, Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji calls an emergency meeting. And they all get together and they said, look, we have to put a stop to this. Edda ho nahi sakda. They called some of the SGPC lot, and then they came, and then they finally kind of agreed to it. They said, Chal theek hai, but now you guys need to do the seva of changing it all back, right? You need to do all that. And then playing politics and trying to play clever. Back then, there weren't printing machines. The way they would do it is like, they'd get like blocks, and they'd write it, or they'd get it like hammered in onto the metal blocks and use that to print on the paper. So it was a really big task. The main person was Sant Kartar Singh Ji, and their assistant was Sant Janel Singh Ji. So you heard that talk a couple of weeks ago, Sant Janel Singh Ji, right? Who were the Mukhi of Taksal after them. But it was their Jumbiwari to get it all sorted. And at one point, what happened was, there were a few blocks left that they couldn't get access to. On purpose, SGPC, they weren't giving it back to them. They had it in a locked room somewhere. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it was in like in a parkarma within the Darbar Sahib complex. Yeah, nearby. So it was locked away in a room. Sant Kartar Singh Ji were getting a little bit worried. They did a beinti Sant Guru Singh Ji. Sant Guru Singh Ji said, do ardas to Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj. Remember Baba Bidhi Chand Ji, and to jaake na go and break the lock and take them out. Now, these are locks, are massive locks, yeah. You know, have you seen the padlocks in India? They're like bad boy ones, yeah. But when they went, Sant Kartar Singh Ji went and just pulled it, and it just broke. Baba Bidhi Chand Ji chete kita na. Baba Bidhi Chand Ji sakya amazing in itself. Why did they say remember Baba Bidhi Chand Ji? They used to go on missions. Yeah, we know the horse where they rescue the horses. That's a famous sakya of theirs. Another famous sakya of Baba Bidhi Chand Ji is when they're running from the Mughals, and then they get to this village. Ote Gursikh in that village, they go to that Gursikh's house. He's very poor. He lives in a hut. Behind his house is a patti. Patti is like a big oven, right, where they make bricks in. And the Baba Bidhi Chand said to Gursikh, is there a place I can hide? And Baba Bidhi Chand, the Gursikh said that, look, I just live in a hut. The only place I can think of is the oven. But it's piping hot in there right now. You can't go in there. They said, don't worry about that. Look the prosa that Gursikhs had, yeah, the face that they have in Guru Sahib Ji. They said, just show me where it is. Went, shal marti andar. But before they do, go to Tan Guru Har Gobind Ji Maharaj and jumped into the oven. Guru Har Gobind Ji Maharaj, on the other hand, which were like hundreds of miles away from there, quickly get up and they say to the Gursikhs, get some water. Pani leke aao sheti, a bucket of water. Leke aaye, they go pour it over me. And initially Gursikhs are thinking like, what, Shanan karna hai Maharaj, tell us. They go, just pour it over me. They poured it over, keep getting it. Guru Har Gobind Ji Maharaj carried that on for about good half an hour. They said 20 minutes, half an hour, keep putting water on me until I say stop. They carried on putting water on Guru Har Gobind Ji Maharaj. After that, they said, Tika. Gursikhs asked him, Maharaj, Shanka manvich hogi, why would you do that? Why did you do this for? Guru Har Gobind Ji Maharaj said, my pyara Gursikh Baba Bidhi Chand Ji was in trouble. He was sitting in a oven. I had to protect him. I had to make sure the heat doesn't affect him. Prosa Maharaj vich hunda hai ek, yeah, that no matter what happens, Maharaj will have my back. Baba Bidhi Chand is saying, so they said, Sant Kartar to Baba Bidhi Chand chete kar. So they went, broke them, and then got them, and they were able to complete that seva. Now, this seva hun shoti nahi hai. We have to understand one thing, yeah. This seva jehdi hai na Maharaj is rupan di, bahut baddi hai. If they didn't do that, then God, ki pata what kind of, it would have changed the original, the one that Guru Sahib Ji wrote, right? It would have changed it all. So it's a very big seva. Then during that time, other Muslim came up as well. Other issues came up as well against Ragmala. So Ragmala Baniya, right at the end of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, for those that might not know, is right at the end. Right at the end is Ragmala, is Bani. Question is like this, it goes like that. So people are questioning Sant Kartar Singh Ji, saying that why does Ragmala not begin with Mahalla? That's what the controversial thing is, yeah, people say. Sant Kartar Singh Ji said that even Japji Sahib doesn't begin with Mahalla, but we don't doubt Japji Sahib, do we? Gurbani, as it is Guru's wish to write Gurbani however they want to. Onadi Mauja. The name Nanak doesn't appear in Ragmala. Sant Kartar Singh Ji kende ki Nanak doesn't appear in 11 Paudiyaan of Japji Sahib. Does that mean we don't read them Paudiyaan in Gurbani then? but there's no Rahau in Ragmala. Japji Sahib, Anand Sahib and Tukhari Rag don't contain Rahau as well. Should we stop reading them as well? So Obi Masla Siga, when this Masla of Ragmala got a bit too out of hand, then they all decided, let's do one thing. Let's go to Kartarpur, which is in Jalandhar. Let's go there and let's get darshan of the original Sarup of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj that was written by Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. They recite it, Bhai Gurudas Ji write it, right? Let's do darshan of that Sarup. Je o Sarup vich Ragmala hegi hai, then that ends the conversation, the debate, the argument, it ends it. But this is a picture from that time, yeah, when they went, and you can see Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji here, and then with Dr. Jodh Singh, these with them, they saw, and then Ragmala is written in the same ink, in the same style of writing. Everything is exactly the same as all the previous, before, whatever's written before, is all the same. So they went that, and then that took the shanka out of everyone's minds then, at that point. Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji then their health starts deteriorating, and then as their health starts deteriorating, the Sangat, the Singhs are looking to see who's going to be the next Jathadar of Taksal. And then at Patna Sahib, there was a very big samagam. Patna Sahib where Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj da Prakash hundaya, uਥੇ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡਾ ਸਮਾਗਮ ਹੋਇਆ. All the Jatha got Sarupe, Sarupe ditte, and Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji ਵੀ ਦਿੱਤਾ Sarupa. And then they said in front of the whole Sangat, कि संगत ने बड़ी बहुत प्यार दिता सानू. They've given us so much satkar, and this program that's happened for the last couple of weeks has been amazing. Is Sarupa un सारे नू दिता. And then there they said, Sarupa जरा मिन्नू दिता, इस Sant Kartar Singh नू असी दिंदे, Bhai Kartar Singh नू दिंदे हैं, so he can take on the seva of Taksal. Yeah. So they declared that they're going to be the Jathedar of Taksal. Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji then bestowed the seva of Taksal, and this is it's basically a tape recording of Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji saying all that. Basically, is a long speech that Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji do. At the end, फिर जकारे छाड़दे बोले सोने हाल सत श्री अकाल. Then Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji leave this world, and that's obviously a talk. The first talk to start this Gurmukh series off was Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji's talk, and when they left this world, they said, Sarir bekabu ho gaya hun. Like right towards the time they're about to pass away, around 1:30, they said hun, the body can't be controlled no more. And then they say their last fateh to all the Singhs, and their Sant Kartar Singh Ji were present at that point as well. And then they just start doing Simran, and then at 2:10 in the morning they leave their body, and then the Dastar Bandi happens for Sant Kartar Singh Ji. Now, Sant Kartar, all the people that you're listening to, you know, the lives that you're listening to, like Jeevani of all the Mahapurukhs, aimi nahi hega. Their lives aren't just like these random people that become Mahapurukhs. They're not random. A story that I'm going to share with you guys that isn't in this presentation was during when Sant Kartar Singh Ji was a student, the Jatha of Taksal go to Anandpur Sahib. Anandpur Sahib jande ne, in front of Takht Kesgarh Sahib. As the Jatha is going by, Sant Kartar Singh Ji stop, they fold their hands towards the Takht, and they start crying. They're crying, and then Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji put their hand on their shoulder, and they said, Tu fikr na kar, ro na, tu utthe hi si. They said, tu utthe hi si. Some of the Singhs overheard that. They said, they started thinking that, what does that mean, that utthe hi si? And then anyway, they got off from there. Sant Kartar Singh Ji finished their ardas, and then they continued. Some Singhs like me, that aren't wise, they surrounded Sant Gurbachan Singh and said, Mahapurukh, what happened? Utthe piche ki hoya, dasso sanu. They tried to kind of fob them off first, and they said, koi gal nahi hui. And they said, nahi dasso hun shanka man vich. They said, jera Kartar Singh hai na, he was doing ardas to Maharaj, Bairag vich aa gaya ho. He came in Bairag, and he was saying to Maharaj, ki Maharaj, is sthan te, at this place, Maharaj, you left everything. You left everything for us. The family got separated. Shidiyan huiyan, sara kuch. Maharaj, tu sade liye kita, and that's why they were crying. They had that connection. They had love for Guru Sahib Ji, right? And they said, Maharaj, but what are we? So they're doing this ardas, and then the Singh said, but you said, utthe si tu rona. what do you mean by that? And then Sant Guru Bachan Singh Ji said, कि during that time when they left, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj left Anandpur Sahib, you know the great Gursikh Bhai Uday Singh that was with Guru Sahib Ji, Sant Kartar Singh Ji Osi, they was Bhai Uday Singh Ji in their previous janam. And Sangat Ji, for those of you that might not know who Bhai Uday Singh was, they were one of the closest Gursikhs to Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. They were the ones responsible for bringing Baba Ajit Singh Ji back from when they get attacked at Sirsa. When they left Anandpur Sahib, they go to the river. Othe Asa Diwar Kirtan Hundaya. Baba Ajit Singh Ji are fighting the Mughals. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj say to Bhai Uday Singh, "Tu jaake leke aa Baba Ajit Singh Ji nu keh mudke to come back." And then Bhai Uday Singh said to Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, they knew that this is my last meeting with you, Maharaj. I'm not going to come back now. Shahidi pa daniya hun. So Bhai Uday Singh Ji did 10 prakarma of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, does matha take to Maharaj, and they say their last final fateh. But Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj hugged them so really tight. They were so close. And then Bhai Uday Singh Ji go. And then they fight in such a way that the Mughals think, this is how special Sant Kartar Singh Ji are, right? If they're in their previous janam, Bhai Uday Singh, they fight in such a way where the Mughals think it's Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj fighting. That's how amazing Bhai Uday Singh Ji was. But that's Sant Guru Bachan Singh Ji is saying, they were Bhai Uday Singh Ji in their previous janam. कोई छोटी रूह नहीं हैगी ये हदीस है ना. The Dasar Bandi happens, and after they become Jathedar, now this part of their life is when we start seeing that how, you know, that the quality of a Babbar Sher, that no fear whatsoever, talking up against injustice, talking up against corruption. We often see Sant Janel Singh Ji like that because it's more closer to our time, I suppose, and the recordings and videos are really clear so you can see it. But Sant Kartar Singh Ji, they were the ones that kind of started it. Sant Janel Singh Ji accelerated it. Yeah, the great Mahapurkhs of Taksal, right? Sant Kartar Singh Ji, during that time in 1975, Indira Gandhi was the Prime Minister. Really corrupt. It was a time came when she was about to lose control, yeah, of the whole government was about to collapse. So she did an emergency lockdown basically on the whole of India. No one could get together. She imprisoned all the opposition party members, all the big politicians. She imprisoned all of them to keep control. She did this little tactic of hers. But at that time, no more than 5 bande could get together. Sant Kartar Singh Ji said that, who are you to tell us what to do? During that time, they did not just one Nagar Kirtan, guys. One Nagar Kirtan will take in thousands of Sangat. Not just one Nagar Kirtan, 37 Nagar Kirtans. They carried that out to say to Indira Gandhi, what you're doing is wrong. The last Nagar Kirtan was supposed to it finished in Delhi to commemorate Guru Tegh Bahadur Maharaj Shahidi. And this is another famous Sakhi story from Sant Kartar Singh Ji's life. The Giani Mohan Singh Ji I mentioned, who are in Leicester, they told me this story themselves because they were sitting right behind Sant Kartar Singh Ji when this happened. When you meet great Gursikhs like this, you get excited, you're like, oh, you met Sant Kartar Singh Ji, you met Sant Janel Singh Ji, right? But they told us the story. And when they get to Ram Leela ground, Othe Ram Leela ground pahunchde a, Othe samagam hunda a. Giani Zail Singh, the President of India, can be seen here, right? But Othe Ram Leela ground pahunchde a, badda samagam hunda a Othe. Guru Tegh Bahadur Maharaj for their Shahidi. During that time, Sant Kartar Singh and the Jatha Singhs are sitting there. Indira Gandhi walks in, and then as soon as she walks in, everyone gets up out of respect. Yeah? Out of respect, they got Prime Minister Ayya, everyone get up. Sare utthe, but Sant Kartar Singh and the Jatha Singh stay sitting down. Loads of speeches happened after that. Sant Kartar Singh Ji wari aayi. And then they, not scared of who's sitting there, Sant Kartar Singh Ji went straight in and they said that, Indira Bibi, don't think you're doing favours for anyone by coming here. If it wasn't for Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, you wouldn't be sitting here, you'll be sitting here with a burqa on. If it wasn't for Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, your faith wouldn't be existing right now. Just to remind Indira Gandhi of what Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj did. Even if you were to offer your head 1,000,000 times by taking Janam bar, you can't still repay what our Guru did for your dharma, for your faith. Now can you imagine Indira Gandhi sitting there thinking, who's this guy? Who's this person? From what I've heard, soon as she comes out of that divan, she rings Giani Zail Singh, the president, and she goes, who's that? I want to get rid of him. You do something to get rid of him. Giani Zail Singh said, I ain't touching Sant Kartar Singh. You forget that? I ain't touching Sant Kartar Singh ji. But then, you know the whole animosity between Taksal and the government, it all starts from here. This is when it all starts. Yeah, that who are these lot? So then after it was but Senti Nagd Kirtan Karne, at that point in Punjab, there was a really big problem of youngsters cutting their case, nasha, all sorts of bad things, cigarette smoking, bahut mada ho gaya si us sama. Not caring about their own health, Sant Kartar Singh ji used to go village to village, right? Sometimes 14 to 16 hours straight and do katha. But after this, when I can't bolna hai, bas ho jandi hai, right? For speaking for about an hour, that's it. It's going to be real tired. Yeah, bol baithan lag janda hai. Par 14-16 घंटे लगातार katha karni to remind the Naujawan of Punjab who you are. Yeah, this is really important. They're reminding the Naujawan ki tusi kaun ho, tusi kena de waris ho, right? And this is for all my brothers and sisters that are thinking about keeping their case, that want to progress in Sikhi, that want to take that next step. If you really want to take something away from this talk, is to listen to Sant Ji, listen to Sant Kartar Singh Ji. Ki keh rahe ne, what are they saying, right? So I'm going to share just a few clips from what they would have said to the Naujawan at that time. Yeah, how they were reminding everyone, right? But at one time, their state was really, they had tej bukhar bahut siga unna nu. And they would go from village to village, right, do Parchar. Ek wari bukhar bhi bahut siga, but still, they said, nah, we're going to do it, we have to do it. They go, what's the point of this body if we're not going to do Parchar? What's the point of this body if we're not going to get people connected to Sikhi? Phir ki fayda hoya hai shareer da? Yeah, that's the mentality that they had. So the things that they would say, or things that, so this, just a few clips, is just like 20-30 second clips. Now this Sant Kartar Singh directly, this is Sant Kartar Singh Ji talking directly at us, yeah? Don't think they're talking at that time. I want everyone to think that they're talking directly to us now.
ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਵਜ਼ੀਰ ਨੇ ਆ ਥੋੜੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਹੋਵੇਗੀ ਔਰ ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੀ ਹੋਵੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਹੋਵੇਗੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਫਿਰ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਲਗੀਧਰ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਜੇ ਪਾਇਆ ਤਾਂ ਛਿਲਕਾਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰੇਗਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਵੀਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਭੁਲੇਖੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੈ ਕੇ ਦਾੜੇ ਕੇਸ ਮੁੰਨ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਹੀ ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰ ਥਾਈ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਵੇ ਤੇ ਦਾੜੇ ਰੱਖ ਲੈਣ ਕੇਸ ਰੱਖ ਲੈਣ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਛਕ ਲੈਣ ਤਾਂ ਖਾਲਸੇ ਫਰਕ ਤਾਂ ਇੰਨਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਚਿੱਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹੀ ਖਿਆਲ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਗੱਭਰੂਆਂ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਦਾਣੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੱਖਣੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸ਼ੇਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਪੁੱਤਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣਨਾ ਇਹ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਕਿੱਧਰ ਭੁਗਿਆੜੀ ਬਣੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਇਹ ਸ਼ੇਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੌਮ ਹੈ ਗੱਜਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ ਜਦੋਂ ਗੱਜ ਬਣ ਕੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਖਾਇਆ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਹਾਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਜਾਗਣਗੇ ਔਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਦਾਣੇ ਕੇ ਸਾਫ਼ ਰੱਖਣਗੇ ਇਹ ਪੈੜੀਆਂ ਸ਼ਰਾਬਾਂ ਸੋ ਬਹੁਤ ਪ੍ਰੀਤੀਆਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਤਿਆਗ ਕਰਨਗੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਭਾਰਤ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਵਡਭਾਗ ਨੂੰ ਮੱਥੇ ਮਾਰਨਗੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਤੇ ਤਾਰੀਫ ਖੰਡੀ ਦੇ ਕੰਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਸਤ ਰਹਿਣਗੇ ਇਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੇ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਖੰਡੇ ਨੂੰ ਪੰਜਾਂ ਪਿਆਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਛਕਣਗੇ ਬਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਨਿਤਨੇਮੀ ਬਣਨਗੇ ਇੱਕ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਵੇਲੇ ਇਸ਼ਨਾਨ ਬਾਣੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਨਿਤਨੇਮ ਧਰਮ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਤ ਔਰ ਸੂਰਬੀਰ ਯੋਧੇ ਵਾਲੀ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਇਹ ਧਰਮ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਤ ਚ ਸਵਰਗ ਕਰਦਾ ਦੇਣਾ ਇਹ ਪੁੱਜਿਆ ਜੀਵਨ ਆਪਣਾ ਬਣਾਉਣਗੇ ਸੋ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਜਾਗ ਰਿਹਾ ਬੜੀ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਇੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਤੱਕ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਜਾਗਰਤ ਆਈ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਭਾਰੀ ਫੱਟੀ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਭਾਰੀ ਫੱਟੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਕਸਰ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਦੂਰ ਕਰੀਏ ਆਪਾਂ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਸੰਤਾਂ ਦਾ ਰਸਤਾ ਅਪਣਾ ਲਈਏ ਬਾਬਾ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੱਲਣਾ
They're reminding everyone now, what's the diet of the soul?
जिसमें रोटी ना मिले, पानी ना मिले, खुराक ना मिले, उन्होंने फिर कह दिया जी कमजोर होता जाता और करे की हो। रोटी कमजोर होना, खुराक नहीं मिल रही। आत्म खुराक गुरु की बाणी का पाठ, नितनेम कथा के कीर्तन सिमरन के अभ्यास की खालसा जी छड़ बैठे हो, कमजोर होते जा रहे हैं, कला हो रही ने। पढ़िया करिए गुरु की बाणी, सुनिया करिए गुरु की बाणी, मनिया करिए गुरु की बाणी, कमाया करिए गुरु की बाणी, जीवन बनाइए गुरु की बाणी अनुसार। कदे चंगी कला नहीं, कदे भी किसी प्रकार की चंगी कला नहीं हो सकती।
संगत जी, सिद्धा ही महापुरुष कह रहे हैं to read Gurbani, right? To do Simran, to have faith in that. Then you will never go tendi kala nahi hogi fir. Chaddi kala hi hogi fir if you do have Parchar, Gurbani and Nitnem. But that's the problem, innit? We've come away from it. We've come away from Simran. We don't do Bhakti no more. We don't focus on Gurbani no more. We don't want to smash the parts out no more. Why? Because if hona da hun joga ho gaya ya, we're too attached to Maya. We need to break out of that. Mahapur keh rahe ne hun. If you do that, then it won't affect you. Whose Sikh are you? ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਹੋ?
ਤੇ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਈ, ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੱਲੇ, ਅਗਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਨਹੀਂ ਫਿਰ ਤਾਂ ਉਸਰੇ ਤੇ ਕਈਆਂ ਦੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਹੋਣ। ਇਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨੀ ਹੈ ਦਾੜਾ ਤੇ ਕੇਸ ਸਾਫ਼ ਹੋਣ, ਸਾਫ਼ ਸੂਰਤ ਦਸਤਾਰ ਸਿਰਾ। ਪਹਿਲੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਨੇ ਰੁਕਨਦੀਨ ਕਾਜੀ ਨਾਲ ਚਰਚਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋਇਆ ਮਾਰੂ 16 ਬਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਚਾਰਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਾਫ਼ ਸੂਰਤ ਪਹਿਨਾ ਅਤਿਅੰਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ। ਹੋਰ ਚਾਰੇ ਕੁਰੇਤਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਚ ਕੇ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਬੜਾ ਭਾਰੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ। ਹੋਰ ਇੱਕ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਿ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੇ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ, ਸਿੰਘ ਨੇ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੀ ਨਿੰਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਦੇ ਕਰਨੀ ਔਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਨੇ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਸ਼ੱਕਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਦੇ ਛਕਣਾ।
Look at that. The last talk I did was Baba Bir Singh Ji, Narangabad wale. And one of the last things they did when chadke aayi fauj ona te, when the fauj consisted of Sikhs, Baba Bir Singh Ji, Narangabad wale said to their Singhs, they said, "Now Shastra rakh do. We're not going to attack our own people." Look at that. Sant Kartar Singh reminding us. About just 2 more minutes, yeah, and then we're finished. At that time, even in today's day and age, Sikhi gets attacked from left, right, centre. Remember I said, people are trying to break your sharda. People try to break your faith by putting doubts in your mind. Sant Kartar Singh Ji talks about that the enemies of the Panth, what do they try and do when they put doubts into your mind?
ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡੀ ਦਾਤ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਸਰੂਪ। ਦਸਵੇਂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਨੇ ਆਤਮਿਕ ਜੋਤ ਕੀ ਬਾਣੀ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਤੋਂ ਛਿੜਕਾਇਆ ਜਾਵੇ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਧੁਰਵਾ ਹੈ, ਮੁੱਢ ਹੈ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜੜ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹਲਾ ਦਈਏ। ਇੱਕ ਇਹ ਯਤਨ ਪਹੁੰਚਾ ਕੀਤਾ। ਦੂਸਰਾ ਯਤਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਪੰਜਾਂ ਸੰਸਕਾਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਰਹਿਤ ਜੋ ਕਲਗੀਧਰ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਸੀਸ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਖੰਡੇ ਦੇ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਦੀ ਦਾਤ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਸੀ, ਸੋ ਇਹਦੇ ਉਲਟ ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ। ਅੱਜ ਕਿਰਪਾਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੀ ਲੋੜ, ਅੱਜ ਹਵਾਈ ਜਹਾਜ਼ਾਂ ਤੇ ਤੋਪਾਂ ਦੇ ਜੰਗ ਨੇ, ਅੱਜ ਐਟਮ ਬੰਬ ਬਣ ਚੁੱਕਾ, ਅੱਜ ਕਿਰਪਾਨ ਕੀ ਸਵਾਰੇਗੀ। ਦੂਸਰਾ ਇੱਕ ਉਹ ਜਿਹਾ ਯਤਨ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕੀਤਾ ਕਿ ਜੋ ਪੰਜਾਂ ਸੰਸਕਾਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਰਹਿਤ ਖੰਡੇ ਦੇ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਦੀ ਦਾਤ, ਸੋ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੇ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੰਬੰਧਿਤ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਵੇ, ਛਿੜਕਾਇਆ ਜਾਵੇ। ਤੀਸਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਸੀ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦੇ ਸੋਨੇ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਬਾਰੇ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਕਿ ਹਰਿਮੰਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਔਰ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ। ਕਾਰ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ? ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੁੜ ਕੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਮੱਥਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਟੇਕਦੇ ਹੋ? ਉਸੇ ਬਾਣੀ ਕਿਉਂ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਹੋ? ਇਹਨਾਂ ਤਿੰਨਾਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਅੱਜ ਹਮਲਾ ਹੋਇਆ, ਵੇਖ ਲਓ।
And they're doing these speeches as they're going through the villages. Ki edda ho raha hai, jago, wake up, है ना? This one's the last one.
ਮੌਕੇ ਤੇ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਬਾਕੀ ਦੀ ਚੁਰਾਸੀ ਭੇਟਾਂ ਮੱਛੀਆਂ ਸਭ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਦੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਤੇ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਦਾ ਪੁੱਤਰ ਦੀ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਹੀ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ। ਅੱਜ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਦੀ ਕੌਮ ਨੂੰ ਔਰ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਪੰਥ ਨੂੰ ਭੇਟਾਂ ਮੱਛੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਐਸਾ ਘੇਰਾ ਪਾ ਲਿਆ, ਆਪ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਨੂੰ ਭੇਟਾਂ ਮੱਛੀਆਂ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਪਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੇ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਜਾਗੋ, ਸੰਤ ਕਰੋ, ਸ਼ੇਰ ਦੇ ਪੁੱਤਰ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਹੀ ਬਣੋ, ਪਿਆਰ ਤੋਂ ਪਿਆਰ ਬਣੋ, ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰ को यार करम पाओ। जब खालसा रहे मेरा
Sant Kartar Singh Ji again reminding everyone ki you're the putter of Sher de putt ho tusi. You're not the putt of sheep. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj say that whoever follows Ret, whoever keeps case and Shastar, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਹਾਇਤਾ ਕਰੂੰਗਾ ਮੈਂ. I'll protect him always. But if you're going to go down the route of following the world, then I can't protect you there. If you're going to do that. So we come towards the end when Sant Kartar Singh Ji leave this world. Yeah? And look at this. Nishaniya, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮਹਾਂਪੁਰਖ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, great Guru Sikhs, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ my time's about to come up now. Yeah, so the night before their accident, a night before their accident, they tell the Kirtanis to sing this shabd, Bahur hum kahe avenge, avan jana hukum tise ka hukum hai bujh samahavenge. That why would I need to come back in the world again? Hega ta mare de hukum vich a, par mare mein thode vich hi sama jana ya. I'm going to become one with you now. And then Katha bhi krai. Utthe they said to the Katha, they know they did Katha. Nadiyan vahav chunniya mela sanjogi ram. That I'm going to become one with WhyGuru again. They did Katha on that for 30 minutes. So they knew they were going to go. So ki hundaya, on the day on 3rd of August 1977, they left Upend. On the way in the car, they randomly stopped the car and then they say to one of the Singhs, I want to swap seats with you. That Gursikh who they swapped seats with was very poor Gursikh. He was the only breadwinner, he's the only one who was able to look after his family. Sant Kartar Singh Ji knew that. And this was odd for the Singhs because they only sat in one seat. They randomly stopped the car and they say to the Singh, Ki, I want to sit in that position, to change karo. They changed, and on the way there, a really big accident happens. And on that side, the car gets hit. And then Sant Kartar Singh Ji get injured. And their ribs break. And their ribs puncture their lungs. In the hospital, they go to Ludhiana hospital. In the hospital, there for 13 days they stay in that state. They can't talk. What the doctors say to the Singhs is that we can do an operation on Sant Kartar Singh Ji. Mahapurkhan operation kar dange and we can save them. They say to Baba Thakar Singh Ji, Baba Thakar Singh Ji, you lot learnt about, again I keep coming back to it, you learnt about them last week. By Harjinder Singh Ji, the wicked talk, I listened to it on YouTube. But how amazing Baba Thakar Singh Ji was. Sant Kartar Singh Ji said to the whole Jatha that if anything happens to me, Baba Thakar Singh Ji is responsible for picking the next Jathedar. Really big task. And who do they pick? They pick Sant Janel Singh Ji, right? But they said that you can say no to me, but you can't say no to Baba Thakar Singh Ji ever. That's how much respect they had for Baba Thakar Singh Ji. The Singh said to Baba Thakar Singh Ji, Tusi jaake benti karo to Sant Kartar Singh Ji ki operation kar lo. Baba Thakar Singh Ji jaake puchha kamre vich jaake. Kende Mahapurko, what do you want to do? The doctor's saying this. Ishare de naal, because they couldn't talk, they went like that. They said, cut my head off, but operation nahi karna hega. And then they talked a little and they said that my entire life I've been saying to the Sangat, and they used to say this famous when they used to do the speeches and the talks, village to village, they used to say to remind the youngsters, Sir jave ta jave, mera Sikhi siddiq na jave. I've been saying that to everyone. Why? Right, ant samay aake, the doctor said, kesan di beadbi karni pani hai. We're going to have to cut the case though. Operation karne, case katne pane hai. They said ki case zyada pyar hai mainu. I don't want to do the operation. Rehne do. It's not that I'm gonna live forever if I do this operation. Ek din marna hi hai. But muh ki dikhaunga main Kalgidhar Pasha nu if I cut my case. Ki dikhaunga fir main. Sant Kartar Singh Ji, there's a mentality that they had here. So we started a little bit late, so can we just finish a little bit late? Yeah? Because a couple of things that I didn't want to miss out because they weren't in the presentation, just so I could remember to share it with everyone. Ek wari ki hoya, this is the mentality, yeah? Baba, so Sant Kartar Singh were very close with Sant Baba Harnam Singh Ji Rampur Khediale. For those that might not know and might not heard about Baba Harnam Singh, you can read their book. It's called Se Kaneha. Hoshiarpur de Nede Rampur Kheda. Really great Mahapurkh. Bahut pyar si ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ. They used to do Simran Samagams like Kamai camps. And Sant Kartar Singh used to take the whole Jatha to the Kamai camp. But anyway, one time at the Kamai camp, Sant Kartar Singh Ji and Baba Harnam Singh Ji were on the kothe te sige, on the roof. Unhone kiya Mahapurkho, they said to Baba Harnam Singh Ji, Mahapurkho, kirpa karo. And then they go Hava, this Hava, so the Hava that was Wagri sigi, bahut thandi sigi. And they did an ardas to Kalgitar Pasha, Uchi dane, they go, Maharaj, thode ta 4 sahibzade shaheed ho gaye. All your 4 sahibzade became shaheed. Maharaj, I've got 2 sons, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਲੈ ਲਿਓ ਤੁਸੀਂ. Make one of them shaheed. That's the ardas that they're doing. Make one of them shaheed. And for those that might not know, their son, one of their sons was Bhai Amrik Singh Ji, who gave shaheedi in Darbar Sahib 84. Yeah, when it got attacked. They gave shaheedi then. But look at the mentality that they had, right? And Antarjamta, Mahapurkh, true Mahapurkh knows what's going in people's minds as well. Giani Jaswant Singh Ji told this story. Giani Jaswant Singh Ji Manji Sahib, they're the nephew of Sant Kartar Singh Ji. They do katha, their katha is wicked. Giani Jaswant Singh Ji say that one time what happened was, during a samagam, program was happening, Sant Kartar Singh Ji katha kar rahe hai. He goes, asi bhi baithe uthe. And he goes, in the darbar, he goes, meri nigah pegi. He goes, achanak, he goes, this Bibi came into the darbar. A Bibi came, and Bibi was dressed a certain way. She dressed all like, she was really pretty. And he goes, mere man vich ek shanka aayi, that will this affect Sant Kartar Singh Ji? Would Sant Kartar Singh Ji ever think like how we think? Because the truth is, and I've said this all the time, right? Just a disclaimer, I suppose, but we say this all the time, like, I don't want anyone to ever think that we're standing here doing Parchar, doing a talk on Sikhi, dressed a certain way, and we've got it all tied up, we've got it in locks. We can handle Kaam Karo Lo Mankar. We're handling it all. Nah, it's not like that. Sada bhi upar thalle hunda hai jeevan. We get attacked, we get affected by Kaam Karo Lo Mankar as well. Giani Jaswant Singh is thinking, how it affects us? Did it affect Sant Kartar Singh Ji? I wonder if it does, because Mahapurkh ne whatnot. Anyway, they're thinking all this. Samagam finish hoya. Sant Kartar Singh Ji goes up to Giani Jaswant Singh Ji, and they said, tu shanka karna gaya hun. They go, what do you mean? They go, you're getting in doubt now. Tu mere utte like shanka karda hai. And he goes, I'm just going to remind you of one thing. Kalgitar Pachad's hand is on my head. They won't let me dole. Mainu dolan nahi dena unhone kade bhi. Another story, and then we'll finish it. I keep saying we're going to finish it, but I've got so many stories. This story is about the power of Sangat and the power of Mahapurkh Khandi Sangat. I'm going to try and go through this really quickly. Bombay, they used to go to Bombay quite a bit. Utte Bombay Samagam ho reha si. They were doing katha on stage. And then when the katha was happening, if I'm not mistaken, this person's name was Bhai Manjeet Singh. But this was his story, yeah? That while the katha was happening, there was a chor that was running away from the police outside the Samagam, outside the Gurdwara. He was running away from the police. He sees the Samagam happening and he sees thousands of people sitting there. Then he thinks, to escape the police, I'm going to go and sit in the Sangat. So he goes, plays it clever, goes and sits in the Sangat, loses the police. While he's sitting there, he's listening to Sant Kartar Singh Ji's powerful voice. And he's connected straight away with their voice. And he's starting to listen to their katha. And ki hoya, Mahapurkh, that's how powerful Mahapurkhs are, right? That Bhai Sahib then decided he wants to join the Jatha, ek chor, right? So he goes to Sant Kartar Singh Ji after it finishes, says to Sant Kartar Singh Ji, ki Mahapurkho, accept me in the Jatha, I want to join the Jatha. To test him, Sant Kartar Singh Ji said, come tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the morning. He landed at 1 o'clock in the morning, waited for Sant Kartar Singh Ji. Sant Kartar Singh Ji said to Giani Pritam Singh Ji, that eda na likha lo, Jathe ch party kar lo enu, so he can join the Jatha. He joined. And then he took Amrit, starts doing Seva, starts doing Abhyas, turns his life all around, to a point where 9 months to a year after, they go to Bombay again. They're in Bombay, they go to a doctor's house, who's really close to Sant Kartar Singh Ji. He's a doctor. As they're sitting in the room, that Gursikh Bhai Manjeet Singh, if I'm not mistaken the name Bhai Manjeet Singh, so I might have got it wrong there, but Bhai Manjeet Singh is sitting there in the room with Sant Kartar Singh Ji and the other Singhs. Sant Kartar Singh Ji says to the doctor randomly, ki Doctor Sahab, how much sleep does one need to stay healthy? They said about 7 to 8 hours. You need 7 to 8 hours to stay healthy. Fair enough. Sant Kartar Singh Ji ne kiya ki what if someone sleeps for about 6 hours? They go, your body will get used to it eventually, so it's not too bad. Sant Kartar Singh Ji, what about 4 hours? If someone sleeps about 4 hours, 3-4 hours a night, they go, that's not good for your seht. Changa nahi hai for your seht. Your seht's going to start going downhill, then your health's going to start going downhill. Then Sant Kartar Singh Ji, what about 2 hours, 1 hour? They'll go, nah, you'll eventually end up dying. They go, what if someone doesn't sleep at all? They go, that's impossible. You will end up dying if you don't sleep. Because that's a torture method people used to use back in the days, right? Not let the victim, not let the prisoner sleep. It's a torture method. And then Sant Kartar Singh said, chal theek hai. Do one thing, just check everyone's health. Like with your stethoscope, just check everyone's health here in this room. Sare theek thaak ne. They go, yeah, only seht dekh, Bhai Manjeet Singh di. Checked, put the stethoscope on. He goes, na bhi sara kuch dekhya, da karke sara kuch dekhya. He goes, yeah, he's healthy as an ox. Bahut seht, bahut badhiya ji. He goes, Doctor Saab, he's not gone sleep for the past 6 months. He's not gone sleep for the past 6 months because sari raat he does abhyas on Mool Mantra da Path. The power of a great Mahapurkh. That a chor turned his life all the way around and now he doesn't even need sleep. The power of Sangat. Antam Sanskar hoya Sant Kartar Singh Ji da. Loads of Sangat attend. Sare aaye. And they left this world by saying, Tera kiya meetha lage. Ki Maharaj, whatever your hukam, o mithaya. And then after the ardas happens, Alaniya da Path happens, where Guru Sahib Ji are trying to help those recover if someone close to you has died. Alaniya da Path reminds you of what death is. That's what Alaniya da Path is. I'd encourage you to look at the meanings. You know, whenever you go to a funeral next time, Alaniya da Path kar diya, I'd recommend you should read, look at the recordings, look at the meanings. But ए हुक्मनामा आया तनासरी महला पंजवा, जेने तुम भेजे तिन्हें बुलाए, सुख सहज सेती कर आओ. Ki you're the one who sent that person and now you've called them back. So when we say Guru Sahib, you're speaking to us, they talk to us. You know when you ardas karde hain, hukamnama lende hain, Guru Sahib, you're talking to you. They're saying it straight. They're saying to the Sangat, ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਭੇਜਿਆ, ਹੁਣ ਮੁੜ ਕੇ ਵਾਪਸ ਸੱਦ ਲਿਆ ਉਹਨੂੰ. So that was the life of Sant Kartar Singh Ji. And we bow down countless times to the feet of Sant Giani Kartar Singh Ji, who lived the life of a complete Gurmukh until the last breath, stayed in the will of Vaheguru. Sant Ji showed us the true path of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, remaining steadfast in Guru Sahib Ji's rehat. Sir jave ta jave, mera Sikhi siddiq na jave. So if I made any mistakes, Sangat Ji, please forgive me. If you want to do any questions, then we can do. We'll end the YouTube at this point. If I made any mistakes, please forgive me, Sangat Ji. But if anyone wants to do any Q&As, then we'll do them after there. But for the sake of YouTube live as well, we'll say Fateh to them.